Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Attorney General Garland, my colleague, Congressman Chip Roy, has twice requested a copy of the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act prosecution data. He first asked for it in October of 2022, and then again 2 months ago on February the 16th. He has yet to receive this data, and my question to you is, when will this data be provided by the Department of Justice?
I don't know specifically about the request, but like the other request you asked about, I'm very happy to look into this.
And provide the data.
I'm sorry?
And provide the data.
Of course, if we have
Okay,
the data.
great. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
In the FBI's request, FY25 request, in the Department of Justice's budget, you're requesting $437.6 million for protecting civil rights. That's an increase from what I see here. Under the civil rights heading in the FBI's request, it says color of law violations are actions taken by any person using the authority given to them by a government agency to willfully deprive someone of a right. Now, since you've been Attorney General, has anyone in the government or otherwise been prosecuted for a color of law violation for denying people their Second Amendment rights? That's a civil right.
I understand that. I don't know the answer to that, but, and I have not heard that there has been that kind of prosecution.
Okay, well, since the SCOTUS decision overturning the New York law, which was the New York Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin, which denied New Yorkers their constitutional rights, I would think that there would be a case there. So I would ask the Department of Justice to look into that, because the Second Amendment is a civil right. And when people are denied that civil right, then I think under the Civil Rights Division, the Department of Justice should engage. Now, also, in last year's congressional hearing, I asked about your department's most recent congressional authorization. Has your department been reauthorized, or is the most recent authorization the one that expired in FY 2009?
I will say you taught me something about authorizations and appropriations at the last hearing that I did not know. My understanding is that that was the last authorization, the one you're talking about. Of course, the Justice Department would always like to have an authorization. My understanding is that the yearly appropriations count as authorizations, but of course, it would always be better for any entity to have a formal authorization.
Well, we're not an authorizing committee. We are an appropriating committee. It's the Judiciary Committee that is the authorizing committee for Department of Justice. So DOJ remains unauthorized, and you're running an unauthorized agency by the department, or excuse me, by the Judiciary Committee. So are you going to seek a new congressional authorization from the Judiciary Committee?
I haven't had those kind of discussions. I'll be happy to take that back and think about it. Again, given the appropriations, I've been advised that that's not required, but I'll be happy to think about it some more.
Okay, thank you, and I yield back.
Mr. Borelli?